the coolest trains ever!
I know, exactly. This is why it's a bucket list ride for me.
We're in a road trip to ride roller coasters at 23 theme parks across North America. In the last video, we were on Michigan's adventure, and now we're going to Indiana Beach. Let's go! On Indiana Beach.
First port, it seems like everything's really compact. There's a lot of wooden coasters here today.
My first thought is a little bit expensive, the price to get in.
Yeah.
So it's $42 the entrance for the day, plus $20 parking.
Yeah, so it's quite an expensive day today. Randomly, this is one of my bucket list parks. So I have family that have lived in Indiana my whole life, and I've always been coming to Indiana, but always kind of like on the off season, and I've always been hearing about Indiana Beach. And now we're here.
Today is meant to be bad weather in a couple of hours, so we're gonna try to rush on as many rides as we can now. They do have a lot of roller coasters here, it's about 7, right?
Yeah.
And they also have a lot of flat rides that I wanted to try. We're gonna try to get in most things as possible. Today is really quiet, and I hope the rides stay open. It has like this feeling of like a pier park.
Yeah, it's reminding me a lot of
like
Blackpool.
Yeah.
With what looks like better rides.
Okay, that was really cool. They have these 3 wooden coasters that interact with each other. The coolest part is how close they get to the water. It's right above the water. It's so cool.
It's not the best coaster in the world, but it's just the way it interacts with the water. It wasn't rough or anything like that.
Yeah.
It was an okay roller coaster with a perfect location, perfect setting. That just made it great fun. I really enjoyed it, actually.
Yeah, I really like it. We're now gonna go on
Tig'rr! So this is a Schwarzkopf Jetstar 1 model. It's an old classic model. I love this type of ride. They're so much more fun than they actually look. So I'm looking forward to getting back on one of these. I haven't been on one of these in so long.
Yeah, it's gonna be my first time on a coaster like this, on this model.
So Black Hole at Alton Towers was a Jetstar model. Oh, so nice and loud. Bags on ride on this one. Tig'rr! Or more like Tig'rr.
Yeah, coasters are a little bit boring, to be honest. I think the coolest thing is how it's a different style of train. You can fit 2 per row. We went together on the front row. You don't have restraint. You only have a seatbelt, like a car seatbelt. So it's a little bit weird to go on a coaster without restraints. But
it didn't really do much,
yeah.
And it felt safe.
When it was about to drop for the first time, I was like, oh, this is gonna be interesting. But yeah, not so much. Now we're gonna do one of the other wooden coasters.
So this is maybe one of the highlights of the park today, Cornball Express, another CCI wooden coaster. So looking forward to how this one goes.
That was great. I love it. So it had amazing airtime. Every time we went up the hill, so it had so much great airtime on this.
Yeah, it had the buzz bars, so it gave us so much room.
That was my favorite so far. I really like the looks on this park. I love the rides on top of the water. I love the vibes of this type of park. What the fuck is that?
I know, exactly. This is why it's a bucket list ride for me.
Oh,
what the fuck is it? I know.
I love that. That's the coolest trains ever.
It's so weird. We've got such a low capacity because of the train.
Oh, that's so cool.
The Lost Coaster. So it's like 1 train opt and it's very low capacity. So this thing picks up a queue apparently in the summer.
That was brilliant. I absolutely love this.
That's been a strange bucket list coaster for me for years.
I really
and I'm
didn't
so
know
glad to
about
get
this
on it.
coaster. It's so cool. It's the weirdest thing ever. I love these unique coasters with like these unique experiences. The train is all different. It's like a little wagon.
Yeah, 8 people per train, and each car has like 4 seats facing forwards and backwards.
We got backwards. It starts with an elevator, which I think is already really cool. When you have these different elements on the coaster, it goes outside and go indoors, kind of like a dark ride.
Corners.
As well.
It was like more snappy than a wild mouse.
Yes.
So much smooth.
It has the sofa seat, so it's really comfortable. It's very cool. It's like so worth doing. It's worth coming to this park just to go on that coaster.
That's the funnest ride here.
Oh,
so
it's
good.
amazing.
I loved it so much.
We're doing the Ferris wheel now, and it's quite cool because the Ferris wheel is right in the end of the park. So you can have all the view of the whole park. And it's a really nice view because you have the water here and then you have the park, the rides that go on the water. All the rides really close to each other. It's so cool to see from above. We're just doing the Ferris wheel, now we're gonna do this. It's good ways to have nice views of the park and the water and the whole surroundings. The whole place here is really cool. It's unfortunately not like a very good weather. I can imagine this when it's like really sunny being amazing. They have the water rides as well, beach chairs. The coaster that we were talking about. The train is right in the station. So here there's the elevator that it goes on. And then it starts doing this whole thing outside and then indoors. Oh, it's so cool. We just used the sky ride to cross from one side to the park to another. It's a really cool way to do that because then you have the whole view of the park. And you're kind of going on a ride and you don't need to walk the whole way because basically the park is like this really long path from one side to another. We walked all the way up doing a few of the rides, then we got the sky ride back. Still have 2 more coasters to do on the beginning of the park and we're gonna do them now.
Back there, black rope across, that's the closest we can get to the all-American triple loop. That's the old Schwarzkopf triple loop that was in England, Mexico. Now it's here. Fingers crossed they'll get that back up soon.
So we're just doing still Hawg. It's alright, it's better than I thought.
It's a prototype S&S El Loco model is what it's called. They've got a few of them throughout the world. We went on one at Flamingo Land in the UK and that took the record for the steepest drop on a roller coaster when that one opened. This was just a prototype, but it was good. It was a good fun ride.
I actually really enjoyed that. It's a weird feeling. The restraints are really weird. There is this lap bar and then there are over the shoulder, but not the fully over the shoulder restraints. It's just like a little piece of restraints on your shoulder. So I feel like having that makes this weird sensation of something being missing there. So it kind of gives me the feeling of being free in a weird way. I actually quite enjoy. There's a lot of moments with the twists and even the drop that is past vertical on here as well. It's really enjoyable. I really like it.
I do feel like a lot of manufacturers were trying to find a replacement for Wild Mouse, and this was S&S attempt to build something thrilling for parks that fits in a very small area where a Wild Mouse could fit. I think it's quite a good thing getting these types of roller coasters to fit into these smaller parks like this and offer guests something thrilling without taking up too much space. Cyclone!
Cyclone is the last roller coaster that we have available to do here today. Today is being really, really quiet. We've been here for like, I don't know, 2 hours.
Yeah.
And we managed to do every coaster now. It was alright.
Yeah, it's alright.
It's not something that I would want to rewrite anyway, and it's just close it now. There's someone working on it. We just did the shooting dark ride now. Oh, it was horrifying.
One adult per car, and it's very dark inside.
I never seen this before. The car is completely fine for 2 adults, but they didn't let us go together. I went by myself.
See, I went on the first train and I thought, oh, you are going to hate this because you don't like going around in the dark areas on your own. If we were together, you'd be fine. But yeah, it was scary as. It was freaking.
Yeah, it was. It was actually really well done for a shooting ride. There was really nice parts. It was good. I like it, but I was terrified. I would like to go with Marvel. Now we're gonna do the ghost train.
Frankenstein's castle.
So the castle is actually an upcharge. It's a walkthrough attraction, not a ghost train. $3.50 per person. We're thinking if we're gonna do this or not. They also have an escape room here that is $20 per person. I would actually really like to do that. I love escape rooms, but I don't know if I want to pay like $40 for us to go there.
Problem is, we've already spent $85 getting in for both of us, $20
Plus
on
20 for parking.
That's $105 already. And then by adding all these other extra upcharges.
We're gonna do some of the other flat rides now. We did the flat ride in the entrance that is like a magic carpet.
Didn't really give too much airtime.
Yeah, it was weaker than I was expecting. So we're gonna do some of the other flat rides now. We're here in this store that has a lot of history of the park. So it's really cool to see.
Yeah, make sure you don't miss out. It's opened in 1926, so it's almost their 100-year anniversary. It's amazing how old it is.
It's really cool how they have this whole thing showing a lot of the history of the park. It has like a really cool vibe here. They have all of these different shops with weird stuff. And this,
yeah, it seems very classical.
it feels like very vintage. Now we're gonna re-ride the Lost Coaster because it's so amazing.
Yeah, best ride in the park.
Oh no, the Sky Ride's not going anymore. Some of the rides are stopped. I don't know if it's due to the rain, but I'm glad we managed to go on.
We knew it was going to be a bit of a challenge this morning, so we got out and did as much as we could first
Yeah.
thing. So quite happy with that.
It seems like almost everything had stopped now. It's not that bad, the rain,
it's
but
got shut.
it's cool. Oh, I'm so glad we managed to ride it before.
Let's go get some flat rides done at the end of the
Yeah.
boardwalk.
It's closed. It's like in shelter. It has cover on top. Oh, it's not a very good flat ride anyway.
There's
But
another escape room back here as well.
yeah.
Another $20.
So yeah, the escape room is $20, but we were asking. It's only for half an hour. Usually escape rooms go for an hour. Everything seems to be closed, but we saw that the what is it called?
Cornball Express.
Yes, it's open, so we're gonna go there because that's another coaster that we wanted to ride anyway.
Yeah, that was really good.
It's really
fun
worth
ride.
it, yeah.
So, top rides of the park, definitely Lost Mountain, followed by Cornwall. Main ride.
Back row rain ride. So we got front row last time. We're gonna try back row now. Let's see how the air time is on the back. It was really good.
There's a bit
So-
towards the end.
Yeah,
Had
just
amazing
crazy.
objective out of nowhere.
Going on the front, you had amazing airtime. Every time you're going up the hills, going on the back, you had amazing air times every time we're going on the drops. I wanted to do the front again, but they shut the ride.
They're looking at a piece that might have fallen
Yeah,
off.
they found a
So-
piece. They're looking very confused, and
There's
there's
about 9 members of staff.
yeah,
in there
there
at the
coming
moment.
more staff now to check it and understand what's going on. So, so no, everything here seems to be closed. I really wanted to do the Lost Coaster again. That's the main thing I wanted to rewrite. But it's still down. It doesn't seem like there's much more left to do here. So now we kind of completed the whole park, or at least everything we could do here. My thoughts on this park is like, I really enjoyed it. I really like it. They have an amazing coaster, which is the Lost Coaster, that is worth coming here to check because it's so unique. The Corn coaster was good,
Yep.
but it's just a good wooden coaster, and everything else is like,
Who's
all right.
a Hurricane is not a great coaster, but it's a great setting. Being over the water was pretty cool. It was all just okay. It was just an okay park.
Yeah, the only complaint that I have is how expensive it is. I just think it's very expensive for what it delivers. I really enjoyed my day and I'm happy I came here. Obviously today the weather is not great, the park is really quiet, so they're shutting everything. So it's a weird atmosphere now. But I can imagine this on a good day, being a very good vibe and with everything going on. There's one flare ride going here.
Yeah, why not? We paid $40, so...
This was our day here in Indiana Beach, and
we're leaving early. We're going to get a head start back up to Chicago. I don't feel like we're missing out on anything, and I don't really feel like I need to come back here.
I'm really glad we came here. So if you've never been here, it's so worth visiting just for the Lost Coaster itself.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed having the experience to being on something so unique like that. But everything else is just like a nice pier park.
I can imagine if you live locally, it can be a really great park to come to in the summer.
They have the bar here, getting a beer, sitting on the beach chairs, doing the water park as well. A good thing on the park, they have lockers in every ride, so you don't need to pay for lockers here. All the staff that we had here was really friendly. We're just gonna start our drive now. We're gonna go to Chicago. So that was our day in Indiana Beach. Tomorrow we're heading to Little Amerricka. Make sure to subscribe to check that vlog next.